If you're a dental clinic owner in 2026, listen up. What if I told you that you could be missing hundreds of thousands of dollars every year without even knowing it from this one small leak? And it's so small that it's been hiding in plain sight without anyone ever even telling you about it. And this one small mistake is something you would have never guessed in a million years. Missed calls and slow follow-ups. So in this video, I'm going to explain exactly how most dentists in 2026 are quietly burning thousands of dollars in revenue per year in marketing spend and losing potential patients without even knowing it, and how the top 10% of clinic owners are taking advantage of this simple two-step system powered by AI in 2026. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. So the hidden leak costing dentists thousands in 2026 and how you can use AI to your advantage. Let's get into it. So in today's agenda, we're going to quickly break down how to diagnose your business's leaks, how our AI powered lead capture system works, a quick demo of it, and yeah, how it works. So the real problem. So there's been call statistics, and these problems are common enough to the point where people have done studies on it. Well, studies shows that 28% of business calls are missed according to CallRail, and of course this varies by industry, doesn't apply for everyone, and 85% of unanswered callers don't even call back, right? And in addition to that, 60% of clients who hit voicemail call the next competitor, right? So on the image on the right, you'll see I broke it down to you in visually format. On top of missing calls, you're also losing like potential clients just from like the psychology behind it. But we're going to get into that later, right? So why is this happening, right? Why are patients not texting back? Why are patients going to your competitors instead? And here's the reason why. Right? Urgency. That's a big factor. Let's say you're calling like in the middle of the night, or you're calling in the middle of the day and you have immediate pain in your tooth. If you don't pick up, guess who's going to pick up? Your competitor. Emergencies don't wait. Pain doesn't wait. Urgency doesn't wait for the next callback. People will simply just click the next listing on Google, right? When people first call your clinic, first impressions matter a heck of a ton, right? You might think one missed call is nothing, like they'll just leave a voicemail, right? But that's the common trap that most business owners fall into. They think, oh yeah, my patients will just leave a voicemail. But in reality, as we saw last time, like 62% of new clients don't even leave voicemails in the first place. I don't leave voicemail, right? I'll simply just call the next guy. And the reason being is the pizza theory, right? I don't know if you've ever remembered the last time you tried calling a pizza shop. You were dead hungry, you just got off of work, and your stomach was rumbling. If you called one pizza shop and they did not answer, guess who else you're gonna call? You're gonna call the next one. It's that easy, right? If you're hungry, hunger doesn't wait for a call back, hunger doesn't wait for a text back. You literally just call the next guy available, right? So why aren't clinics solving this right now? Well, it comes down to two main issues: for front desk issues and solo operators, right? For receptionists, right, you have lunch breaks, you have after hours, weekends, and these spots are potential spots for missing calls, right? You can't just be available. Calls do pile up during lunch and peak hours, and coupled with that, right, you'll get walk-ins, insurance questions, and checkouts with phone calls, and all in all, you're gonna be burned out, overloaded with too much to handle on your plate, right? For those solo operators handling clinics, you have to be a jack of all trades. You fix teeth, you answer calls, you do admin work, you handle billing, right? You have to do everything, right? On top of that, you have to let go of procedures while you're like fixing someone's teeth to take a call. And at the end of the day, staffing is also expensive, right? And all in all, this just leads to burnout. So the cost of delay, right? If you say you miss 4 calls per week, which is a pretty decent number, right? And we assume that the percent of calls that come to your clinic are people who are ready to buy, they need a treatment, they have some tooth pain, and they're new patients. Let's say that percent is 25%, right? So if we say one new patient is missed per week, and the average first year value of that patient is $800, that's $800 a week. Times by 4, that's $3,200 per month. And times by 12, that's already $34,000 going down the drain per year, right? And if you want to calculate how much you're missing in your clinic, you can simply just use the equation I made for you. Just take your missed calls times by your average appointment value, conversion rate, and that will equal your monthly lost revenue, right? And this stacks up, right? It compounds, right? You're losing ad spend, right? If you do marketing campaigns, right? For example, spending $1,000 on ads and you miss 25% of your calls, that means $250 are going straight to your competitor, right? Imagine that. Also, on top of that, poor first impressions and you're losing high ticket procedure. So this creates a double loss because you lose both the money you spent acquiring that lead and the potential lifetime value of that customer. And that's not even including all the referrals that they're gonna give you. So there's obviously there's been alternatives to these. So obviously there's been alternatives to these issues. First one is call centers, right? Pros is they can handle volume. If you get a lot of calls, they can handle volume. Cons is they can get really expensive fast and inconsistent quality, right? It's just some guy in a random office reading out of a cookie script. And there's also a VA. You could hire virtual assistants, right? Pros is you have human interaction. The cons is you'll need to train them and they're not really scalable with volume, right? If you're starting to get way more calls, you're gonna have to hire more and more. That becomes way too expensive and training becomes such a big hassle. As a receptionist, a lot of clinics have receptionists and they're also a good thing, right? Pros is they're friendly, they know your business, they're very personalized. The cons is they can only take one call at a time, right? So imagine if you're in a rush hour or in the summer and you get several calls coming in at one time, guess where else those calls are going to? Voicemail, right? If those are existing clients, maybe you're not gonna lose them, right? But if they are new clients, yes, you will, right? Also, receptions don't cover for nights, they don't cover for after hours or weekends, and they mostly do slow follow-ups they're not kept in check, right? They have sick days, they take breaks, and they have turnover, right? And as a cherry on top, they cost around $3,000 per month, right? That means you're paying them to work there even when the phone is not even ringing. There's also text automations, right? Some pros is it's instant, it works 24/7, right? Cons is it will feel very automated, right? You'll see that green text on your phone when you get a missed call, and honestly, at the end of the day, it doesn't feel like the personal connection's there. It just feels like some robot's texting me back. So it will feel automated and reactive. So what are the top 10% of clinics doing right now? AI sales capture system. So AI sales capturing systems, they cost a fraction of employee. I'm talking 14 cents per minute. They're scalable. They are very human-like, and they do not need payroll, don't need training, right? They don't need vacations, they don't sleep, and they send text reminders and follow-ups. And that's not the only thing. There's so much more they can do. Like they can request reviews, they can request testimonials, you can also set up AI lead activation, so like customers that booked previously can get rebooked back in. And business before setting up an AI sales capturing system, well, you're missing calls, you're missing jobs, you're getting stressed out, or you're calling hopeless leads back. After setting up one of these AI sales systems, AI answers calls 24/7 for your clinic, jobs are booked straight into your calendar and CRM while you sleep, and ad revenue is maximized, so you're not losing a single cent to your competitors, right? All calls are qualified on the call, and in addition to text reminders, so people make sure to show up, and they're all logged into your CRM. So the reality is, AI is your new modern employee that works 24/7 without sleeping, without vacation, without breaks, without payroll, and answering calls and booking clients for you, all while without lifting a single finger, right? So right now I'm going to show you a quick demo of me calling one of our AI receptionists and let you see how it works. All right, so now we're going to do a quick test call of the AI and see how it sounds real quick. So,
hi, and thanks for calling Smile Bright Dental. This is Ava. How can I help you today?
Hey Ava, I've been experiencing some tooth pain in the back of my tooth, and I was just looking to get a quick checkup, if that's possible.
I'm sorry you're having pain. Is it constant or does it come and go?
It honestly comes and goes.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing that. Would you like to set up a visit to have it checked out?
Yeah, sure.
Great. Can I get your name, please?
Yeah, my name is Brian Nguyen.
Thanks, Brian. What's the best phone number to reach you?
4153
Got it. What's your email address?
BryanNGUYENS12@gmail.com.
Thank you. Let me check our availability for this week. We have openings Wednesday at 4:30 p.m., Thursday between 8:30 a.m. or 8:30 p.m., and Friday at 3:30 p.m. Which works best for you?
Let's try the closest available slot. I think was tomorrow, Wednesday.
Yeah. Perfect. I'll book you for Wednesday at 4:30 p.m. Perfect. You're all set.
Yeah, and just like a curiosity, do you guys like offer insurance plans right now?
We work with many plans. I can know your provider and the team will confirm.
And how long do you think the appointment will take?
Most checkups for pain take about 30 to 45 minutes.
What's the typical procedures?
For tooth pain, the dentist will do an exam, possibly an x-ray, and discuss next steps based on what they find.
Sweet. Okay. Thank you so much. All right. Have a day. Great.
All right. Thanks for calling Smile Bright Dental.
And if you can see right here, I literally just got a text message saying, hey, Brian, this is Smile Bright Dental. We'll hope to see you tomorrow at Wednesday tomorrow. Right. All right. I hope you enjoyed that demo. I know it was probably a shock for you to see how human it sounded. And now you're thinking, okay, maybe this kid's not crazy after all. All right. All right. So let's get into how this actually works, because I actually mapped out a quick call flow for you. So we're gonna see real quick. So here's a call flow. First of all, if this was set up for your clinic, here's how it would look. When a call in comes, right, the AI will greet them with a friendly greeting, right? It'll say, hey, this is Smile Bright Dental Clinic. How can I help you, right? It'll try to identify, are you a new customer or your existing customer? If they're a new client, then they'll take up here. The AI reception will ask what their issue is, like, do you have tooth pain? Do you have this and that, right? And it'll qualify to make sure that they're actually calling for the right reasons and they are a good fit for your firm. It'll check if they have insurance or their provider. It'll also check, okay, is this an emergency right now or is this standard, right? If it's an emergency, then it'll come down here and it'll flag the emergency, but we'll get into it later. Assuming it is standard, then it'll check availability for available times so they can come in, get a checkup, get a teeth cleaning or something. Check availability. It'll offer those appointments. So let's say, hey, we have these available times on this week. Which one do you like, right? Confirm that appointment on your systems. So you'll see it on your calendar magically appear out of nowhere, right? And after that, collect the contact info like date of birth, name, phone number, email. Send that confirmation like you saw in the demo, right? You got a text message or email. And at the end, it'll thank the caller for their call and end the call, right? Simple. So let's take a look at other scenarios. If they were an existing client, the AI would collect the contact info. Like it would ask for date of birth, it'll maybe cross-check with your phone number, look them up in your CRM, provide the update if necessary on their whatever is going on, and book the appointment if they need to. If it is an emergency, right, they happen sometimes, it might suggest for the person to call 911. If it's not that urgent, then it'll just notify a staff member on team via SMS text message, right? And if needed, it'll simply just transfer the call to one of your employees or to an on-call staff member. If someone is calling to ask for an owner or wants to speak to a human or the in-house receptionist, then the AI will attempt the calls transfer, right? If that call transfer doesn't work because the receptionist wasn't there or was busy, it'll just ask to take a message, and it'll send it to the team via SMS notification, right? If it is spam, which I know a lot of dental clinics get nowadays, spam callers, robocallers, right? The AI can simply either take a message or just hang up right away, right? So you're probably also burning with hundreds of questions right now, so let's get into it. So most common questions is, how does AI take our calls, and do we use your phone number, right? So pretty much when you would set up these AI systems, basically the AI has its own independent number, but to get it connected to your own clinic, either you can port the number over if you're looking for something permanent, or you can simply do something temporary, which is set up call forwarding, right? You'd get in contact with your carrier, or maybe press a couple of buttons, the codes, to make sure that whenever missed calls come to your firm or come to your clinic, it'll be forwarded straight to the AI. or if you like, all calls can be sent to the AI. It's usually up to preference and your call volume. So does AI take all my calls, or can it just do missed ones? And as we said earlier, yes, it can do missed ones, or it can just do all calls, right? Can it integrate into your systems, Calendar CRM? Yes, the AI is integrated within it integrates within your calendars to make sure, is this available? Can I book this, right? And it'll just book it straight to your calendar, so you'll see it right on your laptop or your iPad. Same thing for CRMs, calendars, they're all the same. Does AI take messages, or does it actually book it in? Like I said, it books straight into the calendars. It'll be a very seamless process where you just see it on your phone. So what if someone needs to speak to the owner? Well, basically the AI can simply just transfer the call to anyone, right? It'll transfer to the owner, or it'll transfer to a receptionist or a staff member. So what if someone has a special circumstance? Can it be programmed to handle, right? So most people would assume AI is very, very stiff. It's very robotic, but I would disagree, because you can really train AI to do anything, right? I've made AI for lawyers, I've made AI for restaurants, and although they have different logics and like how to handle customers and differently, it's the same way that you train a real human. You just give them a set of rules, give them instructions and script to follow, and bam, AI just does it. So I wouldn't say AI is limited to just answering questions and booking stuff. It can do way more than that, right? So how does it be programmed to know our business, right? So basically we give the AI a knowledge base of all the information of your business, right? When you guys open, where your location is at, right? Or any just simple questions about your business. So it'll be able to answer those questions, and if it doesn't know, then it'll just say, yeah, I could just ask a team member to help you on that. Would you like that, right? What if the AI says something wrong? Can we see it? And yes, you can see it, right? You'll having one of these AI sales capture systems, that means you'll be able to listen on call recordings if needed, see transcripts, see the details. But either way, AI will capture that during the call, so you can see it afterwards. And the biggest thing you're probably wondering right now, is this HIPAA compliant? And for med spas and dental clinics, yes, the AI reception is HIPAA compliant. You can do this many ways. It can turn off call recordings, and it can only send to CRMs. But the platforms that we use, it's all HIPAA compliant. It's rated and graded by industry standards. Can it handle multiple calls at once? Yes, it can handle multiple calls at once, even up to 20, even more than that actually. So if like I mentioned earlier, if you commonly had a history of handling multiple calls at once, but you couldn't literally physically pick all of them up at once, then that was just a system problem. But now you can pick them all up via AI, right? It does it all for you. So if you're curious about how this would look for your industry, you can actually go into my website and book a live demo. So that way the AI will call you, and all you gotta do is just type in your phone number. AI will call you in 10 seconds, and you get to test it and experience it live for your firsthand, right? You don't have to listen to my demo. You don't have to see my demo. You get to try out my demo real time, and it's all totally for free, right? Or if you'd like, you can book a call with me. I can walk you through really quickly if there's any leaks or issues in your business and diagnose those leaks with you firsthand. And we can see if this is actually a good fit for you or not, right? So if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and hope to see you in this one, right? Bye-bye.